It's Joe from Georgia. So this is news out of Texas. But folks, these are alarm bells ringing for the entire United States. And our government is not listening. Overnight, multiple farms in the state of Texas completely shut down. And the reason for this shutdown was because they have lost almost 100% of their workforce. Now, we know this is the result of the immigration raids and stricter enforcement, but the ripple effect is going to be felt all the way across this country. Now, you've got crops that are rotting in the fields. You have livestock that is not being attended to at all, and that takes a lot of personnel. And we're talking, so now we're getting every area of food to include meat. And the communities that surround these farms, those businesses and those people who depend on the income from these farms, it's creating disasters for small communities in Texas. Now, this is not stopping at Texas farms. This is going to end up all the way across America, especially in the breadbasket, the middle of the nation, because they have tons of immigrant help. But folks, the alarm bells are ringing. Your food on your plate is being affected. So you got to think about it. It won't be soon until either prices go ridiculously high or you just won't have any food to buy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now if you're new here, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest political drama unveiling in real time. Now, because today, oh boy, we're diving straight into the Texas farm crisis. A crisis that's blooming faster than a field of corn in July, except the fields are empty. The crops are dying, and the farmers, they're crying foul over the very policies they once cheered for. Yes, folks, Texas farms are shutting down left and right. And why? Now, because Trump's immigration crackdown and mass deportations have turned the Lone Star State's farmland into ghost towns. Now, turns out when you deport the workers who actually do the work, things don't exactly grow themselves, right? Who could have seen that coming, right?
Oh no, this is so sad. There are a bunch of white Texas farmers who are losing their farms right now because guess what? 100% of their workforce vanished. Wow. So all those people, who got eyes called on them, they were working on the farms. So now that they're gone, they cannot sustain the farms. You know what's crazy about this video? Because I talked about this like 2 months ago when Trump brought over all these South Afrikaners, farm people, where we find out that they were not really even farmers. And I was talking about this and found out that a few of our dear white farmers here had started losing their farms because of promises that were made to them and was not kept by this administration. So now it's trickling down to some other farmers because now their workforce, they're gone. And I was seeing somewhere where somebody came over, and it was a Caucasian man. He came over from Twitter and he was like, y'all, a lot of these farmers, white farmers, they thought that black people were going to come and work for their farms. There's a lot going on in this country right now. Us heading into possibly World War II. But this is a conversation just to kind of talk about right now. That people are kind of seeing I guess, what's the word? I can't even find the word, but the decisions that they made, they are coming back to hunt them. Let's just say that. So sorry to hear this, but yeah. So I do hope that some of these Native Americans that did lose their lands, that they do get back some of these farms that are being lost.
So we're now seeing multiple farm closures in Texas. with all of the discussions that were had about the effects of the deportation on farms and the service industry. We're talking planting season, which is all around March, April. The season where you're taking care of your plants, you're making sure there's no, weeding, bugs eating it, all of the things, birds, rabbits, all of that. So you got to take care of that. And now we're in harvest season, very near harvest season. But there's nothing, no executive order, nothing to remedy this, when the remedy should have happened on or around May, latest June. So all of these farms are now closing down because of this, because there's no one to harvest. There was no one taking care of the harvest, the plants, our food, the food we need to eat, our food. There's no one taking care of it. And guess what? That means that we have to import, which means we have to pay more because there are high tariffs. This is beyond insane. So all of the executive orders that have been penned, that could not have been one of them. Because it's very difficult now to reverse this when these farms are closing. I am just sick to my stomach at whoever is doing this math, because I really would like to sit with them and go, where did you go to school? And even if you're very intelligent and you're doing this purposefully, it is the poorest amongst us that's going to suffer the most from this. Because these people don't have to worry about food. They're good. If the plan is to crash the dollar and do all of these things, the poorest amongst us are the ones that's going to suffer the consequences. Now, here's the other point we need to take into consideration here. When you are calling these people lazy and criminals and rapists and all of the things, how the farmers doing without them? How the food doing without them? What's going on in the farm without them? The thing is, you guys like to call us names: lazy, rapists, murderers, all of the things we are. We are the worst of the worst. We being brown, we being black. But when ish needs to get done and we ain't around, what now? This is just one of the many fails that's going to come about. One of the many fails. And a big part of it, it started from the bottom up, but trust me, when it starts going up to all of the 300,000 black women losing their job and all of the people they're taking out of work, that's who we be. When y'all calling us names and saying we're lazy, we this, we that. As bad as this is, and how many people got deported, and how many of us lost our jobs in the interim, this is also showing who we are and what our capacity is and what we actually bring to the table. Including, let's not forget, in consumerism, when we decide we're done with a place. Because we buy. We keep this afloat. So it's heart-wrenching to see at this juncture, all of these farms closing down. which this is going to make food so expensive. It is already going to make food is already going to be very expensive. All of the farmers that can't export, that now they can't export beef because China's buying beef and pork and stuff like that from Australia. They can't export soybeans, so they're going to have to try to push as much soybean here. And soybean is not something we eat in a large amount. Asian countries use soybean more than we do, and now they're getting their soybean from, where is it, Brazil. If there was a math class, if there was an actual test, this is a great fail. And you know what it is? This is not I told you so, or look how, because this ain't great for none of us. Ain't one of us all happy about this, and because we are all hurting from this. I just shared a video with this guy. This man is walking all around town looking for a particular item that is from China, and all of the stores he's going to, the price is higher. And he gets to the store, and this one store, and this person is explaining to him it is higher because of tariffs, because this is an imported good. And the man says, and I quote, according to the person who posted the video, I should say, because I didn't hear it directly, "Oh, this is you guys trying to sabotage the president because you're supposed to eat the cost." Now, in that sentence alone, the realization that this person has no idea how business work. How long do you think people can eat the cost? How long do you think they're going to let their profit margin deplete? How long? They're going to do one of three things. They're going to close stores down if they have more than one store. They're going to let go of staff. It's called overhead. Or they're going to raise the prices. And they could still do all three of these things. So who's losing? We are. Next time, please do some bloody research, yeah?
Dozens of Texas farms shut down overnight. Why? Because 100% of the workforce has vanished. It's not a mystery. They haven't gone missing. They've left. Because of immigration raids and policies that treat the people that grow our food, even the ones with work permits, like criminals. No workers means no harvest. Do you think food's expensive now? Just wait. And this isn't just a Texas issue. It's your dinner table, your kid's school lunch, your grocery bill, your local farmer's market. You want America first? Well, guess what? America just ran out of farm workers. And it turns out crops don't pick themselves. We've arrested, detained, or deported the workforce. And now we don't have enough food. There aren't enough people to take care of the livestock either. Guess what? Cows don't feed themselves. Chickens can't clean their own pens. And then they get sick and they die. And there goes your milk, your eggs, and your cheeseburger. This is what happens when we let people write policy who haven't worked a day in their life, especially on a farm, but they never miss a steak dinner. We need migrant workers. We need labor protections for the migrant workers. If the workforce continues to disappear, so will all the food on your plates.
News out of Texas, and if this is happening in Texas, this is happening elsewhere. I'll put the link to the article in the description. Multiple farms are shutting down due to lack of workers because the entire workforce has basically fled and is in hiding and not showing up for work. Crops are being left to die in the Texas heat. Livestock is being untended to, unwatered, and unfed. There's just no one to do the work. So this is going to lead to potential food shortages, because I'm sure this is happening across the country. Most farm workers are questionably documented. No one else is willing to do the work. This is going to lead to shortages, and inflation is going to go back up as we're going to have to import food from outside.
Those are all brand new foreclosures that just came in. I just got almost 900. Irving, I hope I'm saying that right. You can see Dallas Fort Worth Airport is all up there. Dallas, downtown Dallas is here. Up at the very top, there is Denton. So this is in between Denton, the airport, and Dallas, for those of you who know that area. 900. It's going to take me probably a couple weeks to get that done, because I also have to take care of my territory, and my territory is getting smashed daily too. But there's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to be done. It's a lot of people, sadly, that are falling behind. And it's going to be pretty quick work, though, because see how they're all bunched up? I'm going to be like ping, 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 all over the place hitting them. But a lot of you ask how the other markets are doing. Some of them are doing worse. I thought my market was bad. That's 900. Yeah.
So let's set the stage. Trump's been on his victory lap, bragging about taking back our country and bringing jobs to America. But here's a twist. The Americans he's talking about ain't exactly lining up to pick lettuce in 100-degree Texas heat. You know, the kind of work that undocumented immigrants have been doing for decades to keep the nation's food supply moving, while many of the loudest voices or the loudest build the wall chanters were busy complaining about avocado prices. Now that those same immigrants are being rounded up and deported, farms across Texas are shutting their gates. Milk isn't being processed. Vegetables are rotting on the vine. And ranchers are desperate for help. Now, the same people who once screamed, send them back, are now begging, wait, come back. Irony much. Now, one farmer even admitted, we can't find anyone willing to work for what we can afford to pay. Oh, really? You mean the same people who risked everything to cross borders and work brutal hours for pennies? Yeah, those folks were the backbone of your success. It's almost like the economy needs immigrants. Shocking, I know. But this isn't just about farming. This is about hypocrisy on grand scale. Many of these Texas farmers overwhelmingly voted for Trump. Twice. They believed the speeches, the promises, the red hearts, and now they're realizing that maybe, just maybe, deporting half your workforce isn't exactly a business-savvy move, okay? Meanwhile, food prices are climbing, supply chains are wobbling, and grocery stores are quietly bracing for shortages. But hey, at least America is great again, right? Great as self-sabotage. That's it. Now, let's be honest. This isn't just a Texas issue. It's a national warning. The same immigration policies that were sold on protecting American jobs are actually destroying industries that rely on skilled, experienced, and yes, immigrant labor. You can't deport reality. You can't run a country on slogans and scapegoats. You can build all the walls you want, but you can't harvest crops with champagne or campaign promises. All right? And it's not like Americans suddenly forgot how to farm. It's just it's that most won't do it under those conditions. Trump's administration seems to have forgotten that not every job can be replaced by a rally chant. Now, so here we are. Texas farms shutting down, crops dying, and a whole lot of MAGA hats wondering where the cheap produce went. Now, the irony is almost poetic. The same folks who wanted a wall are now trapped behind one they built themselves. But maybe the real harvest this season isn't corn or cotton. It's consequences. But what do you think? Tell me what you think about this. Should America rethink its immigration policies before our food supply collapses? Do you think these farmers are finally learning the hard lessons about what really keeps America running? And here's the million-dollar question. If immigrants aren't allowed to do the work, who will? Let's talk about this in the comment section. And don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe for more weekly commentaries. Because trust me, this show isn't over yet. And until next time, I'll see you on my next video. Credit belongs to original creators.